Now, here's today's headlines with the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9, The Fox.
All right, you know what day it is?
That's part of my job here as host is to tell you what day of the week it is.
Today is National Pickle Day. Today is National Pickle Day.
I love pickles.
I want pickles.
It's pickles.
It's a pickle, I tell you.
Yep, I love it.
You had me at pickle.
Boom! Big reveal. I'm Pickle Rick!
Happy National Pickle Day.
Showtime.
Pickle Day, eh?
Oh, I love pickles.
I like pickles.
Mm-hmm. What's that classic song, Dave?
Pickles! You can put them on your sandwich.
I love that tune. Oh, welcome
It's a
to
classic from the 20s.
Yeah. It's going to be the best day of the week right here on a Tuesday.
Yeah, if you got an excuse to get outside, do it.
Oh, man. Is Leonard's golf course still open?
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I do believe we have a Frozen Balls tournament. I think it's this. Is it this weekend? You want to go to leonardcc.com to just check it out, but sign up for it, yeah. Yeah, there's a tournament. You're feeling up to it.
The balls might not be that frozen this
Well,
weekend.
you know, man, they're going to get some good rolls, though.
Oh,
the
yeah.
ground as hard as it is,
Yeah.
you know, until the snow sticks.
Well, today that Fox forecast with some sunshine and 59. Let's just say 60. It's close enough, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Tonight, a few clouds, low around 30, and tomorrow still nice, sunny and 53. The rest of your work week a bit cooler, but still not that shabby. Check it out for yourself. It's all right there at 1079thefox.com. 44 now at 6:03.
What a beautiful morning. Welcome to it. 14th day of November. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. In a strategic move to shape the future of downtown Fargo, the city enlisted the expertise of an external agency back in 2018. You guys might all remember that. They contracted Interface Studio, a Pennsylvania-based planning and design firm, to provide guidance and insights. Now, 5 years into the initiative, the firm is unveiling its vision for the downtown area, urging not just the city but the entire community to take ownership of the plan. So over the past half-decade, downtown Fargo has experienced significant growth in investment, housing, development. However, it comes with its share of challenges, which has evolved and become more complex. So among the mounting issues are homelessness and shortages of available housing. And there's also a collective desire to enhance the visual appeal of Fargo, making it more attractive to residents and visitors alike.
Yeah.
Get rid of that wood chipper image.
Yeah. I think they've done a great job with downtown Fargo.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. It's always looking better and better all the time.
That green space down there, they did a wonderful job with that.
Yeah.
And I love how they use it.
Yeah.
You know, and they
absolutely.
implement it. They do all kinds of fun stuff. They're doing fun stuff during fall and Halloween. It was great. Officials in and around Beltrami County are trying to figure out what happened around 6:40 last night. Everybody's seen the video by now.
Yeah.
There are numerous reports of a bright flash in the sky followed by a loud explosion. County officials say it shook windows, walls, rattled dishes. Deputies and police officers checked the area, including power substations and pole transformers. We're told there's something of significance that passed through, but they can only speculate it was a meteor at this point.
Oh.
Agencies and offices will follow up with tomorrow. They went on in a drone-like voice to declare that all is well, and they welcomed our insect overlords.
So, yeah, we have an official UFO.
It's something weird happened in Beltrami County last night. Mark your calendar. One person's in custody after reported vandalism at a homeless shelter in Moorhead. Police said they were called to Churches United up there on 1st Avenue North around 11:55 last night for reported vandalism. Somebody smashed a window on the building, tried to take off. The suspect was found just a few blocks away.
Okay, good.
A woman in Alabama is pregnant with 2 babies in 2 different wombs.
This happened
Isn't
not
this
too long ago.
Yeah, this is she was born with not 1 uterus, but 2. It's extremely rare.
Wow.
The plural of uterus is uteri, by the way, if you're writing stuff down.
Is it really?
Uteri.
Uteri. Hey, that wouldn't be a bad name for a band.
No, uteri.
Yeah. Tonight only.
In uteri.
Uteri.
That's 2 uteruses. Elon Musk's Cybertruck finally gets released on November 30th.
His Cybertruck?
Yep. Remember that one? It was like, he's like, the windows are smash-proof, and then he smashed the window, and it broke. And dig this. Turns out the fine print says anyone who buys one cannot resell it for at least a year. And if you do, Tesla will sue you for $50,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Your property, but you can't do anything with it. That didn't sit right with me.
No.
And finally, the new Apple Watch. Did you get yours yet?
No.
Oh, good.
I got the old one.
Well, the new one will monitor blood pressure, blood glucose, and sleep apnea. To make room for all the features, it no longer tells time. So just so you know,
Who needs
little heads up there.
Nobody has time anyway.
That's your news for right now.
All right, hey, coming up this morning, we want to fill your fridge for the holidays with groceries from Cash White's Foods. Make sure you're listening at 8:15. But we had a wild one last night on Monday Night Football. We'll look at that scoreboard for you next in sports.
41-yard try for the win. Lutz, he missed it, but a flag is down.
12 men on defense, 5-yard penalty.
Wow.
Still fourth down.
And this will move the ball inside the 20, and it becomes a 36-yard game-winning field goal attempt by Will Lutz. Good snap, good hold. Kick, perfect. And the Broncos have come to Buffalo, and they're going to leave with a win. Wow. 24-22.
How about that? Well, the original kick, again, missed. So they got to redo because the Bills had too many men on the field.
Unbelievable.
Right? But the Bills put the Broncos in field goal range with a huge pass interference call. So it was just a couple key penalties right there at the end that did the Bills in.
That was actually a fun game to watch. They're messing up on both sides.
They were.
Yeah.
It was ugly football.
It was ugly.
Yeah. And that's, again, who the Vikings will be playing next. The Broncos on Sunday Night Football this coming week. The Broncos opening up as favorites in that game, believe it or not. But they're on a 3-game win streak. They are at home, but we're on a 5-game win streak.
Yeah,
and we got Joshua Dobbs.
Plus your AFC.
Right, exactly. You know who we don't have, though? He's already been ruled out. Another key injury to our defense. Linebacker Jordan Hicks, man. He had to go in to the hospital for an emergency procedure due to complications that he suffered in Sunday's game after a hit to his lower leg.
You get a hematoma or something, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
All this
big
pressure, and so they had to relieve it. Thankfully, they caught it right away.
Before you start throwing blood clots.
Yeah, exactly. So he's already been ruled out for Sunday's game. Meanwhile, back there on Sunday, we also, I should mention, so they're bringing in a familiar face to at least back him up, or at least add some depth to that linebacker position. The team is planning to sign none other than linebacker Anthony Barr.
Really?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So welcome him back.
Welcome back.
Absolutely. And then back there on Sunday, also Alexander Madison suffered a concussion. No word on how long he'll be out, but to add some depth to the running back situation, we have signed Myles Gaskin to the practice squad for now.
You know how awesome the Vikes are going to be when everybody comes back? What the hell?
I'm starting to forget guys that are out, like Jalen Naylor was back in Sunday's game. I forgot he was out. I forgot he was even on our team.
Yeah.
He had been out for a while.
I thought he quit months ago.
Think we'll ever forget about Kirk Cousins?
I don't know. He's a pretty nice guy.
I think so, too. But he unfortunately won't be back. That's the one guy that doesn't have a chance to come back. Hey, in NDSU football news, right guard Jake Kubish, got to give a shout out to Dickinson. He's a Dickinson product. He earned his first career Valley Football Offensive Lineman of the Week award. Way to go, Mr. Kubish. Our Bison, of course, preparing to play their final regular season game on the road. They head to Northern Iowa this Saturday. We'll have all the action right here on your Bison Nation station. Coverage beginning at 1 in the afternoon. Kickoff a little later than normal, 4 p.m. Meanwhile, in NDSU hoops, our Bison men are in action tonight at UC Davis. Tip-off at 3 this afternoon. You can catch all that on our brother station, Bison 1660. And the Wolves hit the hardwood tonight to take on the Warriors. Tip-off at 9 p.m. I can't stay up that late. That's too late for me.
That's pretty late.
That's pretty late.
Take a big nap.
That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again today. Beautiful. High of 59. I'm just going to say 60. 60 it is. All right, tonight down to about 30, and tomorrow still nice with a high in the lower 50s. The rest of the week a bit cooler, but still pretty nice. Check it out for yourself. That full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. It's 44 now. It's 6:14.
Well, hey, coming up, everything you need to know about the special election for the Fargo Dome. So we got Deb Mathern and Doug Restemeyer is going to be here in the studio. Some stuff you might want to hear. We'll talk about it coming up.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Hey, we got some friends in the studio. Doug Restomeyer. Deb, how are you guys?
Good morning.
Doing great. Good.
Good morning to you both. There's a big vote coming up soon on our beloved Fargo Dome. It's coming up on 30 years old this year.
31.
31 this year. And so it was, that's right, it was 92 when that thing first came out.
December 92.
So it's over 30 years old now.
I was there for one of the first concerts, and it was Guns N' Roses, and I was there for that.
Oh, I wish I could have been.
Yeah, that was good.
Elton John was up there, too, with one of the very first ones, too. That was a big one. That was a lot of fun.
So,
That was a
we
big
all have memories of the Fargo Dome, going there for not only concerts, sporting events, whatever, right?
Great.
Yeah, we want to keep those memories going.
Yeah, we do. And we've kind of
want to be
outgrown
good
the Fargo
memories.
Dome a little bit, too. We need some elbow room in there.
And we're asking, what if the Fargo Dome had not happened?
Wow.
Where would our city be?
The Fargo Dome's 31 years old and needs some attention.
Right.
So part of this project is to renovate the Fargo Dome, and the second part of it is to add on a convention center. So that is the two parts, but it's one vote, and it's a single ballot vote on December 5th.
December 5th. That was going to be my question.
I was going to ask that. So it's not a case of where maybe the remodel will happen, but the addition won't, or vice versa.
It's a
all or
package
nothing,
deal.
right?
Right.
Okay.
All or
And Doug
nothing.
mentioned convention center. We are losing out on conventions to other cities in our region. We're not worried about Denver and Minneapolis and competing with them. It's Bismarck and Grand Forks and Sioux Falls. We just can't compete with them because, the Delta and Holiday Inn do a nice job for the smaller conventions, but they cannot accommodate the larger ones. And that's what we're looking for.
Well, and the Fargo Dome is city-owned. It's a municipal
Yes.
building.
Correct.
So, it just
And we
make
are
perfect
in the black every year.
Yeah, you are. You actually are. And let's talk about how this is going to get paid for. If it goes through, it's 1/4%.
Correct. Yes.
And a 3% lodging tax. So the lodging tax right now, 3%. This will add an incremental 3% lodging tax, which we all know is not probably paid for by citizens of Fargo, right?
Yeah.
It's paid for by people coming into the city. So the convention center will be paid for primarily by people outside the city of Fargo.
Okay.
And it's only city of Fargo people that vote, by the way.
Right.
We understand that.
Yep.
And the 1/4-cent sales tax is a lot of that is paid for by people outside the city because we are a regional hub of activities. So people outside city of Fargo come and shop, restaurants, bars, events. So a lot of that is going to be paid for by people outside of the city of Fargo also.
And we should bring up the permanent fund. Maybe a lot of people don't know about the permanent fund, which is actually sitting at $41 million right now, thanks to good stewardship.
And we'll put $30 million of that into this project to just alleviate some of the debt. What people don't realize with that sales tax, too, like Doug had said, a lot of it's out of town. We figure over 50% of it. And with the 1/4-cent, Fargo would still be lower than West Fargo and Moorhead.
How about that? So we got that to consider. So now, what is the total price on the project? Because you just mentioned putting basically $30 million down, right?
Well, the total project is $140 million. And so $30 million of that would be paid for by the escrow fund.
Okay.
And the rest, again, the convention center would be primarily paid for by lodging tax, and the 1/4-cent will be paying for the renovation.
So a lot of people said, well, why don't we just tear down? Why don't we build something bigger and better? Well, first of all, we got good bones in the Fargo Dome, and it's still in great shape.
Well,
but you'd also have to think about, when we did that with the Hubert H. Humphrey Dome, the Vikings didn't have nowhere to play.
That's right.
It was a long time.
So we have girls volleyball booked out 2 years from now. What do we tell them? Sorry, kids.
Yeah.
You don't get to play.
Yeah. Or how about the Dakota Bowl that just happened, right?
Yeah, in the Fargo Dome, people think of Bison football and the Monster Jam and a couple of concerts, right? But there's like 200 plus events going on at the Fargo Dome
Boat show,
throughout the
sportsman
year.
show. There's always something
just even
going
the
on.
pancake feed and all the
Yeah.
different wrestling that they bring in from around the country.
Again, we're talking to Deb Mathern and Doug Restomeyer about the special election coming up for the Fargo Dome. More to come in just a bit.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9 The Fox.
We're back with Deb Mathern and Doug Restomeyer talking about the Fargo Dome big vote on December 5th.
Well, and the conference center, as you said, really makes sense because So I think of all the machinery that you could have sitting in the Fargo Dome while you're having the conferences in the brand new center, right?
Oh, thanks for grabbing that. That's so true. They'd be able to piggyback on some of the equipment that's already there and just don't have to recreate that wheel.
Yeah. And staffing as well. I mean, it's a city-run project. You've already got staff built in.
Because that's been sort of the argument that's taken some time here to go through, is that people say, well, it should be downtown, or it should be at West Acres, or it should be in South Fargo. But you don't have that synergy that you get with the Fargo Dome, right? And plus, you're starting from scratch. You buy the land, you build the building, and then what do? You still have to renovate the Fargo Dome. You don't want that to
What's that going to sit there? Right. Right.
So we personally think this is the most logical solution to all of that.
I saw one of the most frequently asked questions was, will there be more women's bathrooms?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
It's a huge problem.
The three areas that impact me, in my mind, there is the women's restrooms, the concessions, and then the mobility seating.
Accessibility, too.
Accessibility for people in a wheelchair and a companion. We will triple those seats.
Wow.
And just to put numbers on the women's restrooms, it's going to double the number of women's restrooms spaces, and it's going to add, even men's, it's be a 50% increase.
And family restrooms.
And family restrooms available. So
you got a lot of fathers with young daughters. Where are you going to take them? Mm-hmm. Men's room, women's room. So they're going to have 7 family restrooms. More elevators for people who are aging and need to get up to those seats and don't want to climb the stairs. So this is just such a great answer.
Big upgrade that we needed. Let's talk about the retail impact locally too. That's going to be it behooves our little city here.
And it already has even today. We figured it's $24 to $42 million per year comes to the city because of Fargo Dome events. Well, you add on more events plus the convention center, that's only going to grow from there. One of the arguments we get is people say, well, have a private business fund the convention center. Well, I don't know of a convention center out there that's funded privately, because that's just not the model behind it. It's designed to be
like a co-op.
It's like a co-op that's where government has to come in, because you wouldn't make enough. You'd have to charge so much for a convention there to make it viable for profit for a private enterprise. Sure. Yeah. But the economic activity is where the payoff comes to the city. Right. So it only makes sense to have to fund that.
Yeah. A couple areas we get a little pushback is parking and traffic. Well, parking will be net neutral. We're gaining maybe about 50 spots the way it's being configured. We will move out to the west, and there will be a plaza space out to the west, so they can tailgate there and have events, city events. It'll be just a great spot. Also, anytime you go anywhere and have 20,000 people trying to leave at one time, you're going to have traffic issues. That's all there is to it.
This is the way it is.
That's, you can go to Minneapolis and go to a concert there. I've sat and waited a half hour to get out of a concert in St. Paul.
No,
so
until they create the Star Trek, where they can beam me up somewhere.
The Jetson Mobile.
You're going to be waiting in line. That's just the way it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And so again, shuttle a little bit more.
Yeah. So really, when it comes right down to it, though, anybody that owns a home knows you don't just let your home sit for 30 years and not do anything to it, right?
Absolutely.
Well, your home, and I used to work for Target, and every 10 to 15 years on the max, we'd have to remodel every Target store, right? Yeah. It's just the fact of life that after 15 years, even, things start to look a little tired.
Now we've
done some cosmetic things to the Fargo Dome over the years, but this will make it a premier center again, and you'll notice the difference when we get done with this project.
So again, get out there on December 5th, or you can vote early, right?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Voting early is just by absentee ballot. You can go to fargoreimagined.com. There's a site where you can request your absentee ballot application, and it has to be postmarked by December 4th, and it's all paper ballot. We have 3 spots you can vote, and that's at the Ramada, the Fargo Dome, and the Civic Center. And if you can't remember fargoreimagined.com, just go to City of Fargo special election, and there's a spot you can request an absentee ballot.
And just realize it is a 60% hurdle, so we need people to not be apathetic about it. You got to get out there and vote.
Don't wait for the next guy to vote. Do it yourself.
Let's
If
build
you
for
want
our
it, get out and
future.
vote.
Right.
14 million people have been in attendance since this thing started, so, it could be a lot better. We could increase those numbers a lot. So, you guys, thanks so much for coming in. Remember, December 5th is the time to vote. If you can, get your vote in early.
Very good.
You
yes,
got it.
thanks, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Vote yes.
Rock the vote.
This is the Fox Morning Show.
Now, here's what's trending on 107.9 The Fox.
Oh, we've got a real doctor on TikTok who's gone viral for his PSA, his public service announcement that he recorded at none other than Target.
At Target.
At Target.
Okay, what was the problem that he felt?
So Target already has some of their Christmas decorations out, and I feel like I should stop for a moment as a doctor and give a small PSA. Do not put this where it doesn't belong. Do not put this where it doesn't belong. Do me a favor and don't put this where it doesn't belong. Or this. Or even this little one. I don't care that this is ribbed. Do not put this where it doesn't belong. Not this. Don't even think about it. Not this. Definitely not. You'll get a splinter. Anyways, happy holidays. Stay safe out there. Don't put things where they don't belong. Please. There are things that belong there. Not those.
Yikes. Is he talking about artificial trees? He doesn't want people... They don't belong on there. Real trees only. He's not talking about something else, is he?
You should go watch it for yourself. It's on
Ornaments don't belong there.
You'll find it on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com.
People are using them for marital devices. Is that what he's talking about?
Again, go watch it on our fan page on Facebook.
Like whack-a-mole.
Apparently, this doctor has had too many cases of this.
I would imagine that, yes. Yeah, that cheap Target glass. No, no thank you. No.
Even though it might resemble an adult toy, doesn't mean that it is
Spend
an
the
adult
extra
toy.
$3 and get the real one that's got batteries.
All right, you know what day it is?
That's part of my job here as host is to tell you what day of the week it is.
Today is National Pickle Day. Today is National Pickle Day.
I love pickles.
I want pickles. It's pickles.
It's a pickle, I tell you. Yep, I love it.
You had me at pickle.
Boom! Big reveal. I'm Pickle Rick!
Happy National Pickle Day.
Showtime. Ah, yes.
I like pickles.
Me too.
I like to put them in my sandwich.
Come on,
Do you like any kind of pickle, or do you picky on your pickles? Do you like bread and butter pickles?
I do not like the bread and butter pickles.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I do not
it's
like
the
the
sweetness,
sweet.
I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
I
that.
love them.
Yeah, no.
Sweet and hot. I like the hot ones best.
Ah, hot pickles are good.
Yeah.
Hot and sour is even better, dude.
Oh, no. I'll any pickle, anytime.
I like this, too, that Fox forecast. Sunshine and around 60 today. Tonight, a few clouds, down to around 30. Tomorrow, still nice, lower 50s and more sunshine. The rest of the work week, not shabby, just a bit cooler, but still well above our average for this time of year. Enjoy it. Right now, 44 at 7:04.
And, does it have to be a cucumber pickle?
Oh, I like those, too.
That's what I mean. Does it have to be a classic pickle, or do you like pickled asparagus, or pickled pig's feet, or pickled onions?
I love pickled asparagus.
Yeah, and it bloody especially. All that. All the above.
Pickled jalapenos, of course.
Jalapenos, pickled olives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pickled sometimes.
Pickled eggs.
A lot, yeah. I'd like to make pickled eggs, make them into deviled eggs sometime. I always wanted to try that, but they just never seem to last.
Well, hey, you tried.
Gulp them down like a pelican. Welcome to it. 14th day of November already. A beautiful morning. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. In a strategic move to shape the future of downtown Fargo, the city enlisted the expertise of an external agency about 5 years ago, 2018. Interface Studio, a Pennsylvania-based planning and design firm that provided guidance and insights. Now, 5 years into the initiative, the firm is unveiling its vision for the downtown area, urging not just the city, but the entire community to take ownership of the plan. And it's looking good so far. Liking our downtown reinvestment.
Absolutely.
Officials in and around Beltrami County are trying to figure out what the heck happened a little before 7 last night. Beltrami County Sheriff's Office said it got numerous reports of a bright flash in the sky, followed by a loud explosion. You might have seen the video by now that was recorded on a potato.
what the hell?
Yeah, we can see the rocks on Mars, but it happens in Beltrami County.
Yeah, we can't see Bemidji.
It's heavily pixelated.
What was that boom in Bemidji?
Now,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because we checked the video and we couldn't really see.
It looked like two mooses wearing headlights were running away from the blast.
Why is that? We can see stuff on Mars better than we can see in Bemidji.
I don't know. They say it shook windows, walls, rattled dishes. Deputies and police officers checked the area, including power substations, pole transformers, nothing. We're told there's something of significance that passed through.
Yeah.
But they can only speculate it was a meteor at this point. And then, again, went on in a drone-like voice to declare all is well and welcomed our new insect overlords. One person's in police custody after a reported vandalism at a homeless shelter in Moorhead. Somebody broke a window at Churches United a little before midnight last night. Tried to take off, but the suspect was found just a few blocks away. Put the boots to him. Nearly 20,000 people have signed a petition condemning next week's Macy Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Wait, what?
Yes, as non-binary and transgender extravaganza. They're demanding that organizers either put pants on Donald Duck or prove that he has a ding-dong.
Really?
Enough's enough already.
Really?
I don't know.
What about Snoopy and Garfield?
Trying to make sense. Yeah, it's Snoopy.
Yeah.
How about that? He's always licking himself. It could be wind. A woman crocheted for a world record 34 hours and 7 minutes. She could have gone longer, but the cats were starving. God. A study at Michigan State found that having pets might not make you any happier.
What?
Pet owners just think it does. I mean, if you can't keep a cactus alive.
Yeah, right.
Right? Yeah. And there's a new study out that holiday foods could cause constipation. Turkey is number 1.
What?
Pecan pie is second, followed by potatoes.
Oh, my God.
That's my menu. Those 3 things.
You're not going to poop till Christmas.
That's just fine. And finally, during a recent performance, Taylor Swift changed the lyrics in one of her songs to reference Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
For more on this story, consult the latest issue of Hot Topics for discussions of hopeless losers. That's your news for now, my God.
Headlines brought to you by Next Blue of North Dakota PPO. Again, coming up this morning, we want to fill your fridge for the holidays with groceries from Cashwise Foods. Make sure you're listening at 8:15. But up next, we've got some NFL news for you, including the latest on our injury report from the Vikings.
We don't have that kind of time.
That's next.
41-yard try for the win. Lutz, he missed it, but a flag is down.
12 men on defense, 5-yard penalty.
Wow.
Still 4th down.
And this will move the ball inside the 20, and it becomes a 36-yard game-winning field goal attempt by Will Lutz. Good snap, good hold, kick, perfect. And the Broncos have come to Buffalo, and they're going to leave with a win.
How about that?
24-22.
A wild ending to Monday Night Football last night. It needed something, because that was like one of the worst games I've seen all season. Both teams didn't look all that great.
No, it was a mess.
But the Bills with 2 crucial penalties in the end. One that put the Broncos in field goal range to start with because of a pass interference. And then, as you heard there, a second penalty because they had too many men on the field. They gave the kicker a second chance after he missed it the first time.
Wow.
Dang. Again, the Broncos beat the Bills 24-22. I did not see that coming. So the Broncos officially one of the hotter teams in the NFL because that's their 3rd straight win. And they'll be hosting our Vikings this coming Sunday on Sunday Night Football. The Vikings, the hottest team in the NFL with 5 straight wins. Again, 6 of the last 7. But once again, another key injury. Now it's linebacker Jordan Hicks. He had to go in for emergency surgery because of some complications due to a hit to his lower leg back there on Sunday. They had to relieve some pressure. Thankfully, they caught it right away. But no word on how long he'll be out, but he's already been ruled out for this Sunday's game against the Broncos.
Jeez.
However, the Vikings are on the verge of bringing back a familiar face. The team is planning to sign linebacker Anthony Barr. so that we have some more depth at linebacker position with the deduction of, again, Jordan Hicks. So, hey, good to see Anthony Barr back in purple, right?
I completely agree. That's going to be awesome.
Meanwhile, our starting running back, Alexander Madison, if you remember, he went down with a concussion back there on Sunday. So no word on when he'll be back. But the Vikings have signed running back Myles Gaskin to the practice squad just in case. It's just mind-blowing. We just keep dropping guys left and right here lately. But we continue to keep winning.
Right. It doesn't make sense.
It's looking good. I guess hats off to that coaching staff of ours, getting everybody prepared. Next man up mentality, right?
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, in NDSU football news, congrats to right guard Jake Kubis. He has earned his first career Valley Offensive Lineman of the Week award for his performance in Saturday's win over Southern Illinois. Way to go, kid. He's a Dickinson kid. Gotta put that out there. The Bison, of course, getting ready for their final regular season game. It's on the road at Northern Iowa. Lots at stake. We'll have, of course, that game for you here on your Bison Nation station with coverage beginning at 1, kickoff at 4 this Saturday. You can listen not only on your radio, but on your phone, on your smart speaker, or online at 1079thefox.com. In NDSU Hoops, our Bison men are back on the hardwood tonight against UC Davis. Catch that on our brother station, Bison 1660, with tip-off at 3 this afternoon. The Wolves playing tonight, too. They're out there at Golden State to take on the Warriors starting at 9. That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again today. Beautiful. Best day of the week.
Yeah.
Some sunshine and around 60 for the high. Tonight's low down to around 30. Tomorrow, lower 50, so still nice. A little cooler the rest of the work week, but still not bad. Check it out. It's all there at 1079thefox.com. We've got 44 at 7:15.
Well, we want to avoid any unpleasantry next Thursday, so we're going to talk about it now. Do peas make your Thanksgiving Day table? Maybe you should bring that up to the family. And how to eat them properly. According to an etiquette expert, we're all doing it wrong. We're all idiots. So we'll talk about it coming up.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Hey, Farley's here.
Hello, hello.
Hey, man.
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good, good. Hey, question for both of you here. Do peas make your Thanksgiving Day table?
Peas?
Peas.
No.
Ditto here. No, I've always hated peas. The only time I've actually liked peas was when I moved here. Margie's dad made cream peas, and then he served them over boiled potatoes. That was actually pretty good.
Okay. All right.
You know? Probably because of the potatoes.
Yeah, right.
That's about it, man. And I don't mind split pea soup, you know, with ham and that sort of thing. Or, you know, I don't mind that. Or peas in my, stew, beef stew.
Yeah.
But not a big bowl of peas.
Yeah, no. I'm kind of just the sugar snap pea guy. You know,
Okay.
if my mom would grow them in the garden or whatever, I'd go get them and eat them that way. But other than that,
They're good.
the hell with peas. Yeah, no.
No, it's mushy. Man.
Well, they're too dang hard to eat, first of all.
Rolling around.
Yeah. No.
You guys sound like my wife. She hates the peas.
Not a fan.
She doesn't even like me cooking peas because the smell. She hates peas.
My brothers and sisters have it's not awesome. They have a favorite story they'll like to remind me of. How when I was little, I asked, how do you know when you're full? And my brother Bill said, you throw up. And I did, right at the table. And it was peas.
It's full.
How do you know when you're full? I was real little, but I did it.
Well, there's a guy out there on Instagram, and you mentioned it already, Farley. He says that we're eating peas wrong, and you mentioned how hard it is to eat peas. So this is what he said.
Are you sure he didn't say eating peas is wrong?
Yeah, right.
How do you guys eat the peas? When you do eat them, if you eat them.
With a fork, I guess.
You just try to get what you can get. I mean, I think the best way would probably be with a spoon. And then you'd have to,
beauty of the creamed peas, because they're suspended in that starchy sauce.
They can't move around on the plate. They can't get away from
Smart
it.
Alec.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not going to be stabbing individual peas or anything like that.
Yeah. And how they say don't eat your peas with your butter knife. How the hell can I get them on my butter knife when I can't even get them in my spoon or fork?
Right to the floor to the dog. Get off my plate.
Yeah.
Well, this guy says here that most people scoop or shovel them with their fork, but that's wrong. You should be embarrassed and ashamed, he said.
Oh, geez.
Well, I am. They're even at my table to begin with.
He says, and you just can't spear each pea individually, or you'd be there all night.
Yeah, no kidding.
So he says the proper technique is to use your knife to gather some peas and act like a backboard to hold them there. Then you can spear a bunch of them all at once.
Got it, everybody? Have you made it this far in life?
Just grab them with your fist and shove them in your mouth like popcorn and be done with it.
Just pass the peas to the next guy. Not your problem.
Nothing we eat should be that difficult. You know?
There is a few things. I mean, growing up in the southwestern part of the United States, you ever eaten a pomegranate?
Oh, sure.
They're a total pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And you don't get much.
But they taste way better than peas. It's worth the effort.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Right up there with artichokes. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah. Maybe best of all, just don't serve the peas. You'll be fine.
Just skip it.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Fox Morning Show.
Coming up next, Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox. And now it's time for Dave's Deep Thought with your radio pal, Dave Jacobs.
On 107.9 The Fox.
My weight loss goal is to not care about the crumbs at the bottom of a Pringles can.
Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox. Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
So again, according to a etiquette expert, we're eating our peas wrong, and he felt as if he should tell us this in case the peas are on the Thanksgiving dinner table.
Which immediately we should establish as gross.
Yeah, so that's the first question, really. Do peas even make your Thanksgiving Day table?
Right.
We asked that question on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com. We've got a lot of comments here.
Judy Peterson says no corn. Jackie Haddad says no, only corn casserole and green bean casserole.
All right.
I'm a Jackie.
Okay.
And mashed potatoes and turkey.
Darcy said no, and she had a long explanation why. My husband worked for Green Giant in high school, and he said, quote, if you know, you know. And that was enough for me. Never bought a can of peas in the 32 years we've been together.
That's a vague comment from your husband. So what's that mean? They're all taking a leak in the peas?
I want to know what's up with the peas.
Who's peeing in the peas?
I like peas, but maybe I don't now.
Well, at least Green Giant.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll just stay with Great Value or butter.
Right, there you go. Yeah, our family.
Exactly. Nikki said depends on the year and what mood I'm in.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I'm with you there, Nikki. Yeah. For the most part, it's no or hell no. Overwhelmingly negative response to peas in any form.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we actually had one angry response, Sean Carlson. So
what did Sean say?
Sean, we just, angry face.
Oh, yeah.
Peas make your Thanksgiving Day table. Angry face.
Yeah.
He's a man of few words.
Yeah, well, and Debbie said absolutely not with the emoji that's puking.
Right. See, Deb gets it too. That's how I hate peas.
And Suzanne said, yuck, no.
No, sorry. Yeah, well, it sounds like we're pretty safe no matter where we pop into this Thanksgiving.
So it doesn't matter how we eat our peas because peas won't even be on the Thanksgiving Day table.
Y'all ain't eating them.
You know what day it is?
That's part of my job here as host is to tell you what day of the week it is.
Today is National Pickle Day. Today is National Pickle Day.
I love pickles. I want pickles. Pickles.
It's a pickle, I tell you.
Yep, I love it.
You had me at pickle.
Boom! Big reveal. I'm Pickle Rick!
Happy National Pickle Day.
Showtime.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the bigger pickles or the smaller, like the baby dills?
Oh, man.
When we're talking gherkins.
They're all good. They're all good.
Yep. I'll take the baby ones. I prefer those.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes the great big Daniel Webster cigar giant ones, they get a little mushy in the middle sometimes.
They can be,
but that's okay. You still get that pickle juice flavor.
Yeah. You see those a lot of times, of course, if you're at an amusement park or
Yep, pickle on a stick.
Yeah. Something like that, or a Renaissance Festival.
In the old TV shows where they had the big barrel out front on the front porch of the general store with the pickles in it.
Oh, I love pickles.
I do too.
They're like just a great snack too. They don't always have to go with anything.
Practically 0 calorie. Yeah.
All right. You know what else
Pretty
is
good
great?
stuff.
This Fox forecast of ours continues to be fantastic. Today, probably the best day of the week with a high around 60. Tonight, down to around 30. And tomorrow, still nice, lower 50s. That's well above our average for this time of year. A little cooler the rest of the work week, but still good. Check it out for yourself. That full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We've got 42 at 8:03.
Here we are, 14th day of November. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Well, officials in and around Beltrami County are trying to figure out what happened about 6:40 last night. The Beltrami County Sheriff's Office says they got numerous reports of a bright flash in the sky, followed by a loud explosion. Everybody's seen it by now, the awesome video that's out there. Very pixelated. County officials say it shook windows, walls, rattled dishes. Deputies and police officers checked the area. Power substations are okay. Pole transformers are okay. We were told there's something of significance that passed through, but they can only speculate it was a meteor. At this point, agencies and offices will follow up with it today. Creepy.
Yeah.
I, for one, like to welcome our new robot overlords.
Let's get on their good side right away.
That's right. One person's in custody after reported vandalism at the homeless shelter in Moorhead up at Churches United about almost midnight last night. Somebody thought it was a good idea to smash a window in the building and then tried to take off, but the suspect was found just a few blocks away. The Beatles earned their 35th Billboard Top 100 Top 10 hit with Now and Then. This is the most for any group.
Wow.
It debuted at number 7 of this week's chart.
Wow.
Now, it marks their 35th top 10, which is the most for any group. The Rolling Stones follow with 23. Chicago and the Supremes are tied for third with 20 each. The Beatles also lead with the most Hot 100 hits overall with a four group with 72. They're followed by the Stones with 57, Beach Boys with 55, the Temptations with 53. And they also became the 13th act to have a top 10 hit in 4 decades.
Wow.
The 60s, 70s, 90s, and 2020s. The only other group to do that, Aerosmith.
How about that?
Yeah, pretty
cool. A lot of classic rock artists on that list.
Darn straight. That's right. Raise your kids right.
Yeah.
Here's some rando facts for you. It's impossible to drown in quicksand like they show in the movies and cartoons.
Really?
Yep. Can't happen.
And why don't we see quicksand as often as we did back in...
Because it's BS.
It's like every TV show had a quicksand scene.
Yep, everyone did. Yep. And Chris Rock was considered for the part of George on Seinfeld. Wouldn't that have been weird?
Yeah.
That'd have been weird. I don't know how that would have worked on that.
Yeah. Well, it's always weird when they say that kind of stuff because you already have that.
Absolutely. Look at Shrek.
Yeah, right.
Because, I mean, it was almost all voiced by Chris Farley, and then he OD'd and passed away, and then they redid it with Mike Myers.
But you get used
to
it.
And how would it have been different with Chris Farley?
Yeah, right.
And you listen to some of the audio and the footage, it's like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
I love Chris Farley, but, you just, you're cemented with that,
Absolutely.
I imprinted on the first Shrek with Mike Myers.
It's just like, Mark Hamill. You just always know him as Luke Skywalker, and anything he's ever done outside of that character
is weird.
It's like weird. Like,
even the voice work with the Joker and stuff like that.
Why is Luke Skywalker here on this Western set?
That Luke Skywalker pretending to be the Joker? AAA expects Thanksgiving travel to be nuts this year with over 55 million people traveling. That's almost a 2.5% increase over last year and the third most since the year 2000.
All right. Well,
and
gas prices are going down.
And gas prices are going down, so it's all good news.
Yeah.
And speaking of Gilligan's Island, on Saturday, a huge lion escaped from a circus in Italy and took a stroll around town.
Ooh.
That's the only kind of stuff you see on Gilligan's Island. Or I Leave It to Beaver old episodes or something. It took 7 hours, but the authorities were able to close in and sedate it with a tranquilizer dart. Can you imagine?
Yikes.
Oh, man. Nobody was hurt, so, I mean, that's cool.
It's like a real live Jumanji or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, look, a lion.
All right.
All right. There's your news for now.
All right. Headlines brought to you by JDP Electric. There's only one place you should trust with your home electrical needs, and that's JDP Electric. Call 232-1991 today to experience the JDP difference. Again, we want to fill your fridge for the holidays with groceries from Cashwise Foods. That's coming up here at 8:15. But your sports schedule for today next.
1-yard try for the win. Once. He missed it. but a flag is down.
12 men on defense. 5-yard penalty.
Wow.
Still fourth down.
And this will move the ball inside the 20, and it becomes a 36-yard game-winning field goal attempt by Will Lutz. Good snap, good hold. Kick, perfect.
Wow.
And the Broncos have come to Buffalo, and they're going to lead with a win.
How about that?
24-22.
Way to shoot yourself in the foot.
A wild ending to last night's Monday Night Football game. Again, the Broncos beating the Bills 24-22 after two crucial penalties late. One, a pass interference that put Denver in field goal range. And then again, too many men on the field that gave them a second chance to kick the field goal after they just missed it. Ouch. If you're a Bills fan waking up this morning going, oh.
What happened?
What happened? Yeah. And those Broncos, that's 3 straight in the win column for them. So they're on a nice little win streak.
Yep.
And they'll be hosting us, the Vikings, this coming Sunday on Sunday Night Football. But we come in with a 5-game winning streak. Yeah. So what's going to give? Well,
they're going to give.
We, again, have been hit by the injury bug. The latest, linebacker Jordan Hicks. He's already been ruled out for this upcoming Sunday Night Football game against the Broncos after an emergency procedure due to some complications after being hit in the lower leg area, kind of his shin, on Sunday in that Saints game. They had to go in to do this emergency procedure to relieve some pressure that was building up. So that's not good.
No, it's got to get that taken care of.
Mm-hmm. And because he's out, we are going to bring back a familiar face. The team is planning to sign linebacker Anthony Barr to add to that linebacker depth. So, obviously, this is
he like 60 now?
This is a completely different system. When he last left, this wasn't even our defensive coordinator.
Yeah, we had leather helmets then.
So, Barr's going to have to get up to speed, of course. But, yeah, he was pretty athletic back in the day. But, yeah, it's been a hot minute since we last saw him. He was with the Cowboys last, and I believe that was last season for part of it. So, yeah, glad we were able to get him out of that.
Me too. I think Alan Page is available.
And the injuries don't stop there. Alexander Madison suffered a concussion back there on Sunday. And so, of course, he's going through the whole protocol thing. And, well, make sure all of our ducks are in a row.
You got to.
You know, we signed running back Myles Gaskin again to the practice squad just in case. Not sure what Madison's status will be come this Sunday. Meanwhile, in NDSU football news, how about right guard Jake Kubis? He earned his first career Valley Offensive Lineman of the Week award. Way to go, Jake. Let's keep it up. The Bison wrap up their regular season on the road this Saturday at Northern Iowa. Lots at stake concerning the postseason. Kickoff at 4 with coverage beginning at 1 here on your Bison Nation station. Our Bison men's basketball team in action tonight. They're taking on UC Davis. Actually an afternoon game, 3 p.m. tip-off. Catch it on our brother station, Bison 1660. The Wolves later tonight against the Warriors. That starts at 9. That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again today with some sunshine in 59. Tonight's low around 30. And tomorrow, mid-50s.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, a little bit cooler the rest of the work week, but still nice. Check it out for yourself. All the details at 1079thefox.com. It's 42 at 8:14.
We want to fill your fridge for the holidays. Groceries from Cashwise Foods. We got your first keyword of the day coming up. Stick around.
More calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
with Nerd News.
Nanu.
On 107.9, The Fox.
Some nerd news, Dave.
Oh, that's always good. A little bit of science.
Mm-hmm. Let's give you some important news for your brain to get it going this morning. We'll start with brain news. Elon Musk's company, Neuralink, is ready to start testing its computer chip brain implants on humans. And thousands of people have already lined up to be the first guinea pigs for it.
Pass. That's a hard pass.
Right?
Yeah. That's first generation Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminators, T-100s right there or something, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you go, you brave souls. You step up. I'll see what happens. I'll wait in the wing. In health news, Hey, gargling with salt water can lower your chances of being hospitalized for COVID.
Hey, salt water works for sore throats. That's been a home remedy at our house for a long time. You got a sore throat, warm hot water with some salt in there.
You bet.
You gargle on that. That does the trick.
How about that?
So that's good to know,
right?
I'm sure the hot saline does something with, because you collect bacteria in your throat.
Yeah.
It helps clean it out.
And then finally, your phone. Right there. That thing, Dave. Your phone might be able to accurately tell you how drunk you are soon. Researchers are working on an app that can tell you how much you've had to drink by listening to you read tongue twisters out loud.
Oh, so they're not just going to blame it on my fat thumbs and I'm starting to slur my words as I type,
Well, now you got to say them out loud.
No, I understand. That's what I thought at first. They were going to judge me by the way I text.
Sure.
And usually it's fat thumbs that, it sounds like garble, I'm stroking out or something.
Great. We'll be listening to everybody sitting at the bar, reading out loud tongue twisters.
Oh, man, I could do that at home. The beer's cheaper.
That might turn into a fun drinking game in itself.
Absolutely. First one to get the ding off your phone
wins a round.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.